For days these thoughts had been repeated and repeated on breath after breath, in wave after wave. An unrelenting force, they became the current that carried away any last surge of sentiment, of creeping conscience, of warning whisper that one day there might be regret. "Hello?" said Annabel, warily. "I didn't expect to see you."
"This girl has it coming. She's brought it on herself."
"Do you want to come in?"
The stalker nodded, forced a smile. Then Annabel cracked the door wider, the music pulsed louder, and the stalker strode in, vowing, at least for this one brief moment, never to look back.
Chapter 1. The perfect cup of coffee is a mystifying thing. To many of my customers, the entire process seems like some sort of alchemy they dare not try at home. If the beans are Robusta rather than Arabica, the roasting time too long or short, the filtering water too hot or cold, the grinds too finely or coarsely milled, the brew allowed to sit too long, any of it can harm the end product. Vigilance is what gets you that perfect cup. Vigilance and stubbornness in protecting the quality. As the 1902 Coffee Almanac put it, when coffee is bad, it is the wickedest thing in town. When good, the most glorious. Of course, seeking that perfect cup of coffee is not without risks. For instance, after you've found it and then gotten yourself addicted to drinking it, you've made yourself vulnerable. Because on those rare mornings when you are prevented from getting it, well, to put it as indelicately as my ex-husband might, you're screwed. I was in that very position the morning I'd found Annabel's body. Trapped behind the wheel of my 10-year-old Honda, I'd been in traffic for, about 3 months, and my one little espresso at 6 a.m. had worn off hours ago. With the freeway rest stops offering their standard range of brews, from weak as warm dishwater to bitterly burnt, I began to practice a sort of Zen caffeine visualization exercise. All the way across Jersey, through the Lincoln Tunnel and into the streets of Midtown Manhattan, I imagined the Village Blend cup floating in front of my windshield, the earthy liquid inside, mellow and warm, yet rich and satisfying, tendrils of pearl-colored steam curling into the clouds. Son of a gun! A taxi swerved into my lane, cutting me off to pick up a fare. I slammed the brake pedal and my bumper stopped so close to the cab's passenger door, I thought the per-mile rates printed there would end up tattooed to my forehead. I honked. The beturbaned cab driver cursed, and the Brooks Brothers suit climbed into his hired yellow box on wheels. With a door slam, we were off again. Half a block and a standstill. Great. Just great. In a jarring instant, the real world had snatched away my perfect cup. Seconds later, I knew how Shackleton felt trying to sail through icebergs. 495 at least had been moving. This parking lot purporting to be the route between Midtown and the West Village was driving me to homicide. To top it off, a feeling of desperation hung in the chilly Thursday air. The early morning clouds were black, and commuters were rushing toward their tall office buildings and storefront shops before the heavy September skies opened up on them. Thank goodness, I'm almost there. Last night was literally my last night at my Jersey house. After only a few weeks on the market, the suburban 3-bedroom ranch with front lawn and back garden had sold to a young married couple from the Upper West Side, whose moving van was pulling up as I was pulling out. I'd donated most of my functional, albeit style-free, IKEA furniture to Goodwill, along with the very last of my 80s shoulder pads. Now the bulk of my things was either in storage or had been moved to the city already. This morning I'd packed my remaining items, grabbed my cat Java, and didn't look back. The feline now sat aloofly in her pink pet love cat carrier, licking her coffee bean-colored paw, utterly indifferent to the desperately stressed state of her owner. Well, at least one of us is having a good trip. When I finally neared the Village Blend coffeehouse and the duplex apartment above it, I saw only one space available, just off Hudson. With a few hosannas, I slid into it.